Happy Thursday, 6th grade. Today we are going to be working on either page 63, which I accidentally made two copies of the same page. So either it's kind of front to back, it's page 63, so it's the same thing. So pick one of the page 63s, or, which looks like this, or you can do this worksheet as homework tonight. So pick one or the other. I don't care which one you do. You can choose one or the other. I put in a lot of worksheets in this so that you can practice extra. I am just going to go over 2 or 3 problems that involve mixed numbers and whole numbers just to kind of remind you what to do. It's the same thing as when we multiply. You got to convert and put a 1 underneath. So I'm just going to do one of the problems off of worksheet 63, and it's 4 1/2 divided by 9. So what I normally like to start to do is I like to always put a number 1 under my whole number, because we know if we have a whole number, if we put it over 1, it now makes it a fraction. So that helps out a little bit. So I'm going to change this fraction by making this an improper fraction. So I am going to say 4 times 2 plus 1. So 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. And I would have 9 over 2, or 9/2, because that bottom number stays the same, divided by 9 over 1. Now, I just rewrote my problem because I don't want to skip steps. I'm learning. So please don't skip steps, and please write down how I'm doing this here. Then the next thing we need to do is when I divide, I need to change the problem to multiplication and then change that second number to its reciprocal. So I keep, change, flip, kind of like the video. If you need to go back and watch that video and sing along, go ahead. So I write down 9/2, I change division to multiplication, and I flip to 1 over 9. Now, many of us like to cross cancel, some of us don't, but I'm going to cross cancel because 9 can be divided by 9, and that's going to make that a 1, which makes my life real easy. So my new problem became 1/2 times 1 over 1, which, wow, there's a lot of 1s in that problem. So how easy is that? 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Remember, when you finish up and you're finding an answer, you're multiplying the top 2 numbers together and then multiplying your bottom 2 numbers together. So this is number 1 on page 63. I will also erase this, and I'm going to do the first one on the dividing fraction sheet. So I'm going to erase that. And the first one on dividing fractions has 2 mixed numbers. So 4 1/4 divided by 1 1/2. Here it is very, very important not to skip steps, because you're going to mix it up and you're going to forget if you did the reciprocal or if you didn't. So I just suggest making your improper fractions, write that down, and then go on and change, do your keep, change, flip. So here 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 more is 17, and so my bottom number, my denominator, always stays the same. Divided by 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 more is 3/2. So that's my converted division problem from mixed numbers to improper fractions. Now I can go on so I can solve it. So I'm going to do my keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep, I'm going to change division to multiplication, and I'm going to flip my second fraction. Now I'm going to cross cancel because I see that 2 and 4 are even, and I know I can divide them both by 2. That'll make this a 1. And that'll be a 2, which makes multiplying times at 17 a lot easier. So now I have 17 over 2 times 1 over 3. And 17 times 1 is 17. 2 times 3 is 6. And chances are, if I'm starting with a mixed number, I'm probably going to end with a mixed number. And look, my top is bigger than my bottom. So I do need to divide that out. So I'm going to push up and say 17 divided by 6. 6 goes into 17 twice. 6 times 2 is 12. I subtract and I have 5. 5 is less than 6, so I know I'm okay with my division. And I put my remainder over the number that I'm dividing by, so my final answer would be 2 5/6. So nothing really different here. This is all things that we have done with multiplication. It's just that you need to slow down, change fractions, and then go on and do your keep, change, flip. So change, write down, then keep, change, flip. If you have any questions, you can email me or ask your squad teacher. So good luck. You only have one page of homework, so either pick page 63 or the worksheet that looks like this that says dividing fractions. And this video just did one for you, so you have one less homework for whichever sheet that you pick. And tomorrow you can work on ALEKS Quiz tables, working on ALEKS topics, and remember tonight 10 ALEKS topics are due.